All right, so I'm going to upload a file, kind of show you an example, right? And one of the examples that I have, what I consider the running to consolidate examples, right? So people that really, really, really need to act, right? So here's one of those 1999 veterinarians. We're going to talk a lot about what I call income-driven repayment profiles tonight, right? There's 4 of them that you can possibly be in. And if you see this pop up when you upload your student aid data file, you're in one of those groups that needs to run to the consolidation application, right? Because you have the loan types that fall outside of the forgiveness count adjustment consideration, but you can still be considered as long as you get the consolidation application submitted before the end of this month. All right, so we have this alert set up in the background here to trigger whenever we identify these privately held FFEL program loans, right? So some old precursors to the direct loan program, because they were kind of a mixture of federal and private loans, they can't directly apply some of these benefits, but if you consolidate them, bring them into the direct loan universe, then they can be, they can receive things like the one-time forgiveness count adjustment or be eligible for some of the more beneficial repayment options that are out there, right? So upload that student aid data file and look for this loan alert, right? So if you get that, this person is in what I call IDR profile 4, right? And what does that mean, right? So I can see that they used to have direct loans, right? But their remaining balance all falls into this federal family education loan or FFEL loan bucket, right? And they've got 10 of those left, or actually it looks like there's only 1 with a balance, right? And it's with Navient, who only services these privately held FFELs anymore, right? So that's kind of a trigger, right? Navient, in this case, as a loan servicer, helps to indicate that this is not one of these favorable loan types we need to consolidate, right? But I'm also missing Department of Ed, right? And I'll show you a different example of that in just a little bit. When you upload a student aid data file and you click on the loan servicer tab, if you see Department of Ed ahead of whatever the name that follows, which is a loan servicer, that means it's a federally held loan, and that's a good thing, right? But so this one is in IDR profile 4. So what does that mean? When you're on the income-driven repayment eligibility tab, you're going to see numbers associated with the various income-driven repayment options that are out there, right? In this instance, this person's only eligible for the old version of IBR, right? And this only happens, this constellation of reporting in the income-driven repayment eligibility tool only happens if you have all FFEL program loans remaining, right? If this is you, right? If you see 100% for IBR 2009, you are in income-driven repayment eligibility profile 4, you should be running to consolidate your loans, right? You have to consolidate your loans if you want to be considered for the forgiveness count adjustment. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? So consolidate your loans before the end of June 30th. This is probably the most straightforward of any of the profiles in terms of what we can definitively say, yes, you need to act, right? The rest of them get a little more fuzzy,